Assalamu alaikum. My name is Dr. Anam Arshad Beg. As most of you must already be familiar with me. Today this is the live question and answer session of the e-lecture, examination of the respiratory system and the general physical examination. Before I start off with your questions, I hope that all of you are at home and staying safe and taking care, washing your hands, wearing masks, and I hope you're all doing well. Okay, starting off with the first question, please explain the Shamroth window sign in detail. If we as e-doctors treat patients from our homes, how can we do clinical examination of patients? Okay, so basically these are two questions together. So the first one, the Shamroth window sign. The Shamroth window sign, as you all must have seen in the books, is basically done to check for clubbing. So I will just do the maneuver in front of you quickly. You ask the patient to oppose the nails of the same fingers of both hands together in such a way. Okay. It could be one of the fingers, either the index finger or the middle finger or the ring finger. It basically you can see it in any one of these. And what you're trying to look for is that there's a small diamond shaped window right in the middle between the two nails, and that is called the Shamroth window sign. There normally is an angle between the nail and the nail bed by itself, where the nail bed is opposing the nail. In any condition that causes clubbing, this window is obliterated because this angle is obliterated. When this angle is obliterated, we say that this is a positive sign, and when this angle is not obliterated, obviously the sign is negative. Okay. If we as e-doctors treat patients from our homes, now unfortunately there are certain limitations to examinations that are done from home, unless you have somebody sitting at the other end of the camera who can perhaps perform some of the examinations for you. There is very little, unfortunately, that you can check in the respiratory system without having the patient with you, other than the respiratory rate and the respiratory effort, or perhaps the type of breathing, or we can say at the most you can probably check, maybe, I'm not very sure about that either, maybe the symmetry of the chest. If there's a very good camera that's put at a very good angle, then maybe. But there's little other that you can do. How to check mobility of the diaphragm? I'm sorry, I don't understand this question. I don't think you can do it clinically. Explain pleural rub and vocal resonance. Okay, so that's an easy one. Pleural rub is basically the sound that we can hear on auscultation of the chest, that is created when the two layers of the pleura rub against each other, and there's a certain amount of friction between the two. This can happen in any condition that is inducing inflammation of the pleura. Okay, so it's basically kind of like saying that they get opposed to each other, so the hypothetical space that exists is actually obliterated. Okay, then we come to vocal resonance. Now if I go literally into what vocal resonance is, this is actually first thing that we should know is that vocal resonance is appreciated by auscultation, and this basically assesses the amount of density of the lung tissue, or the density of the lung tissue itself, which is done by auscultating the chest and asking the patient to speak at the same time. Any condition that increases the vocal resonance means that there is an increase in the density, meaning, for example, there could be fluid in the alveoli. Any condition that decreases the vocal resonance would mean that there is more air. For example, vocal resonance is increased in conditions such as pneumonia and atelectasis, whereas it is decreased in conditions, for example, pneumothorax or emphysema. Now, explain vocal fremitus. What is a systolic bruit in thyroid examination? So, vocal fremitus is basically the same, we can say, as vocal resonance. When it is checked by palpating or by using the hand, this is called vocal fremitus. When it is checked by auscultating with the help of a stethoscope, it is called vocal resonance. So basically, vocal fremitus is the vibration that is transmitted through the chest wall. It is an assessment of the lungs, again, the density of the lung tissue that is checked. by the intensity of vibration that is felt on the chest wall externally. That's it. Okay, so the next question was, what is a systolic bruit in thyroid examination? I am not sure what you are talking about when you say a systolic bruit in thyroid examination. We are talking about a bruit in thyroid bruit in thyroid examination. Yes, that basically indicates an increase in the vascularity of the thyroid gland itself. Because of the increased vascularity, the blood flows with more pressure. That pressure actually produces a certain amount of sound, which is best assessed by the bell of the stethoscope. So that's a thyroid bruit. The ratio between, the next question is the ratio between respiration and pulse is 1:4. Explain. Now that's a very interesting question. I think nature has a lot to do with this, because the pulse is obviously more because the heart beats faster. Our normal heartbeat is between 60 to 100 beats per minute, and respiratory rate we know obviously cannot match with that. So obviously the ratio would be different. I believe this is the last question. How does percussion note sound in consolidation, pleural effusion, pulmonary fibrosis and collapsed lung? So if I take these one by one, the percussion note in consolidation is dull, in pleural effusion is stony dull, in pulmonary fibrosis is again dull, and in a collapsed lung it is again dull. Because all of these conditions are those which have actually created decreased air in the lungs, and perhaps either increased fluid, or in case of a collapsed lung, again a decrease in the air that is present within the lungs. I hope that explains the question. Okay, so that's about it. I hope that your queries have been resolved. I would like to thank the following trainees for their questions: Dr. Tabassum Waheed, Dr. Sobia Anwar, and Dr. Saira Hanif. And e-doctor would also like to thank the following trainees for their support in the screening process. Again, Dr. Tabassum Waheed, Dr. Saba Naseem, Dr. Numana Najam, Dr. Misbah Masood, Dr. Aisha Amjad, and Dr. Saliha Malik. This is the end of the session of the examination of the respiratory system and the general physical examination. Thank you very much. Stay safe, wear your masks, wash your hands again and again, and take care of your family members. Allah Hafiz.